Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and remove your...
At least the picture quality looks decent, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shane to Des.
Shane, how are you?
Right, so come to you in about a minute. I know the lads are trying to work on you guys hitting effects. That's still being worked on.
I don't have headphones still.
Okay, they're coming. We started working on it. We can't get effects through. You can hear yourselves.
Okay.
You can't hear effects. I hope you also heard the first time. Okay.
Sound. No. Jeez, I'm in it since Pat Dolan years ago.
Spat all over him.
No, he had a hand sanitizer. He's bringing it along. He said, watch this. And he cleaned
30
up.
seconds too, Des.
He cleaned up the mic. Jesus. Oh yeah, no effects.
Yeah, not ideal. Feel free to bring me in whenever.
Oh, I'll bring you in nice and early, yeah. We'll chat about it.
Ask me about anything. Especially like previous games, I've seen most of them, so
Yeah.
if you're stuck on it.
Hello there, welcome along to continuing coverage of the 2017 International Champions Cup, and this, perhaps the one we've all been waiting for, the Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida, home of the Dolphins, this evening hosts El Clasico. 65,000 crammed in this evening for one of the biggest games in world football, even at the pre-season friendly stage. Des Kern alongside Mark Rudden. A rarity this as well, a pre-season Clasico, the first since 1991 and just the second ever played outside of Spain after the clubs met in Venezuela back in the early 80s. But regardless, Mark, of where it's played, of which set of players are involved, Just look at the starting 11s tonight. Managers going strong here, and we fancy it might stay that way for much of the game.
Yeah, there's precedent in this tournament as well with Manchester City and Manchester United meeting, and I can tell you that was a pretty intense friendly encounter, at least for the first hour, and I think this will be exactly the same. No friendly matches really between these two sides, and as if you need any more evidence, you just look at the Real Madrid side. They've brought back Sergio Ramos especially for this game, and he's looking forward to it.
I think from a Real Madrid point of view, by my count, it's 8 of the 11 that started the Champions League final against Juventus. From Barcelona's point of view, still no Marc-Andre ter Stegen. He was excused this due to his Confederations Cup activities and commitments during the summer, as was Andre Gomez. But again, they'll go with the likes of Busquets and Rakitic and Iniesta and Piqué and Messi, Suarez and Neymar all starting. It's a huge night for Ernesto Valverde. It's a huge night for...
Como él está pensando todo esto. Él es muy joven. Está a gusto en el club, en el Barça, feliz, pero claro, cuando hay intereses de otros equipos, un jugador se pone en dudas, pero la decisión final la tiene él, pero es feliz aquí, eso te puedo garantizar.
I asked Juliano about Neymar, the ongoing transfer saga. He says he's happy at the club. It's a very difficult decision for Neymar. He's just 25 years old. He must be suffering to make this choice. But he says he can rest assured, Barcelona fans can rest assured, Neymar is happy at the club. Of course, when an offer comes from another club, big money, it must be respected. Juliano, muchas gracias por tu tiempo.
Un placer, thank you.
Yeah, 16-17 was such a terrific year for Zidane and Real Madrid, as they swept before them the big prizes, La Liga and the Champions League. And Barcelona would catch up to play this year. There is Gareth Bale. He will also start this evening. Karim Benzema in the starting lineup as well. Still no Cristiano Ronaldo. There was hope that they might get him in late on, but that hasn't proven to be the case. So don't think it will hit the attendance, but certainly in terms of the enjoyment of the whole Messi versus Ronaldo saga that's been going on for years and continues to go on, we will be lacking that. But there is so many stories, of course, still surrounding these two. And at this point of the year, a Clásico that will take place on foreign shores, but amid the backdrop of this swirling transfer speculation again. Kylian Mbappe to Real Madrid, Neymar possibly to Paris Saint-Germain. We'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah, exactly, and we'll have to wait for Cristiano Ronaldo. I think it's August 5th he's coming back in for Real Madrid, just 3 days before that Super Cup match against Manchester United. So he's been giving probably a much-needed break after his exploits last season, and massive again. We've talked about it all tournament. Neymar, is he staying? Is he going? More rumours swirling around his future again today. So Neymar has been absolutely superb in this competition so far. He scored all of Barcelona's goals and was incredible, in particular in the opener against Juventus, and he'll have a point to prove again, I'm sure, tonight.
And here's a guy who can handle the spotlight. We remember his exit from Santos, the tears, all the pressure, all the expectation that was on him there. That's on him with Brazil, and he finally delivered. They got the Confederations Cup win. And with Santos, he was so successful. He led that team from a young age as well. He's come into Barcelona. What are we going into now? Is it his 5th season, I think, lying ahead? But when Paris Saint-Germain come knocking, huge money as well. Barcelona, maybe they're looking at Coutinho. We're thinking from Liverpool, if they can get him in, maybe that's got something to do with it as well. But who knows what's going on amongst the big power players at these clubs. And for many of the guys who bankroll these clubs as well, there's the element of ego and vanity involved. Who can get who? And for Paris Saint-Germain, they'll have to pay huge money, obviously, but they obviously feel they could get Neymar.
Yeah, there's conflicting stories nearly every day about that, but the latest one coming out, that Paris Saint-Germain are in fact getting ready to plan the unveiling of Neymar. They're wondering what way they should do it, so that's the latest one from sources in Paris. But we still don't know if Neymar is in fact just playing hardball with Barcelona, and this is all an elongated game of poker that he's playing with the club. But I think it's getting to the stage pretty soon now where it's stick or twist, and you know, it's not doing anyone any good at this stage.
Just on the game tonight, Mark, I mean, obviously, you know, no love lost between these two. That goes without saying. They'll meet again this season. And the importance of this one tonight in terms of no one wants to lose this game. Technically, if you do lose it, you come out and you say, well, it's still pre-season, we're still doing a little bit of work. I'm just wondering, you look at the Barcelona substitutes tonight, there are some young players in there, but a lot more experience compared to what Real Madrid have been putting out, say at half-time or on the hour mark of some of the games that you've worked on this season. Will Zidane gamble? Will he play some of these young guys maybe in the second half or in the closing minutes here? Or will he stick with the veterans, with the tried and trusted players that did so much for him last season?
Well, he hasn't shown any fear in throwing the youngsters on, and in fairness, the youngsters haven't shown any fear. They put in a really good shift. A lot of that under-19 squad that won the treble last season in the Manchester United game, and drew that 1-1. Different story against Manchester City. Big defeat for Real Madrid, and I think he can't afford another one really under-19 tonight. Squad that won the treble last season in the Manchester United game, and drew that 1-1. Different story against Manchester City. Big defeat for Real Madrid, and I think he can't afford another one really tonight.
Well, what a setting, the Hard Rock Stadium, and it's a huge night for Miami, isn't it? These two clubs will be massively followed here, and it's going to be a little bit of razzmatazz and quite an entrance you fancy here. Not quite sure if there are pyrotechnics lined up, whether or not it's intended or not. I'm sure we'll get them. But there he is, Sergio Ramos, the man with such a history against Barcelona. 5 red cards, 21 in his Real Madrid career, I think it is now, but 5 against Barcelona. It just seemed to be the side that get under his skin, but what a signing. It's been 27 million. What is it now, 2005, 12 years ago to bring him in from Sevilla. And he is the captain these days with Iker Casillas having moved on. And he will lead Real Madrid out here at the Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Don't think we could call this a pre-season friendly. We don't expect there will be much friendly about it. Andres Iniesta at the front of the line. Jasper Cillessen will be playing tonight in the continuing absence of Ter Stegen, Rakitic and Alba, and down the line we go, Umtiti, and at the back of it all, Lionel Messi, and then there's Suarez and Neymar, the big three. Just looking at the numbers of these two clubs last season, Mark, it was startling, wasn't it? Real Madrid, 60 games, 173 goals. Barcelona, 59 games, 171, led by Messi with 54. Suarez, 37. Neymar weighed in with 20 of his own. And again, it's a season where, well, for the first time in a few seasons, they're the ones playing catch-up now. And as we know in La Liga, you can't afford to drop too many points. Pre-season work will be tested. Both sides will be looking to hit the ground running when La Liga gets up and running. But first, maybe a few scores to be settled in Florida. Spotlight's working well.
Yeah, well, 93,000 at Real Madrid's last game in this competition in LA against Manchester City. 4-1 defeat. Manchester City very impressive after their experience of the derby game overseas against United, which didn't go so well. Incredible last season for both these clubs, and Barcelona outscoring Real Madrid in the league, conceding fewer goals as well, but still losing the title by 3 points. Real Madrid winning their last 6 after the last meeting between these sides when Messi took centre stage. Last minute winner at the Bernabeu in a 3-2 win. Of course, he picked that match to get his 500th goal for Barcelona in all competitions. So they're star players that know when to show up when it matters, and this is a big occasion again. Just look at the ticket prices, Des.